NCAA.net. One more time, fool!
Hey, if you like what you see, subscribe, like, and share.
In the DMV and we work. The podcast is cool, but they not like us. Talking real DC, so what's up? Hey.
What's going on, good people? And welcome to Foote's Tuesday. Foote's Tuesday is a podcast that I created once I realized that the homies was coming over every Tuesday to partake in some adult libations as we get lit. We talk shit about basketball. And occasionally, we have a guest. But not just any guest. We're talking about Maryland royalty. The DMV's finest basketball coaches, as well as its up-and-coming stars. But before I tell you about the star that's on the south side of Washington, D.C., that's sitting over there in the big chair, let me salute All Stars Investments. Kobe Sullivan has been hosting basketball tournaments and giving back to our community since 2019. So now, from Potomac High School, Regan Carter. Oh man, if y'all don't give me. And then she got a whole husband.
They gonna make me cry for myself.
Right. She got a whole husband and child in the background, and they ain't even clapping. It's terrible.
I gotta do better. I gotta do better for it.
So I typically like to start off the podcast with a short story. So I had a 10-day contract with Basic Sports, right? You know who organization that is?
Yeah.
I keep that organization. Your husband though, Mo, he was fully guaranteed. So in doing that time, you would come in and you would watch us play. But when you walked on a basketball court, it was almost like it was a familiar place for you. When that ball hit your hand, it was almost like a friend. So my question to you is, that swagger, where'd it come from?
Just being familiar, that's home to me. Basketball, that's how I grew up. Honestly, the reason I played basketball is I was fighting for my parents' attention. I had an older brother playing football. And all they went was to football games. And I'm like, what about me?
Right.
So I honestly started playing football at 8 years old. I was the only female playing Silver Hill boys and girls football. Not because I liked it, because I was fighting for that attention. So they would come to my games, you know, all these wonderful things. And then I finally decided to do something different. Switched it up to basketball. And then that's when I was like, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is me.
And it felt good.
Natural.
Really?
Natural.
You saying natural, but what was so natural about it?
I just picked up the ball and I knew exactly what to do with it. My parents didn't play basketball. None of my brothers didn't. I just picked it up and it was just a natural thing. I was like, I'm actually good at this.
Were you watching basketball at the time? Or?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Let me tell you what you're not going to do. You're not going to come over here
I'm being honest.
and with a guy who worked hard for every little... I worked hard for every little bucket that I got. And I was decent, but I was so clumsy for so long. And you're going to try to tell me that you stepped...
I was a natural scorer. Now, I couldn't dribble. I really didn't have no jump shot. My form was terrible. But if I got past you, I was going to make the layup. I was a layup queen. And then people started to see that I was athletically inclined and started kind of putting it, dripping information and trinkets into me and started making me better.
But putting the ball in the basket, that's easy. I mean, for you, that's easy. But as far as the dribbling, I mean, at what point did that come in?
That was a learned skill.
Okay.
That was definitely taught for me. I was in the gym putting it in as well as shooting the jumper. So that was something I had to teach myself. But athletically, I can go past you and do what I could do. But everything else, all the other fundamentals, I had to learn.
Listen to the trace, though. Listen to the trace. You didn't have anybody there because the brother was playing football. The parents were watching the brothers. And on your own, you went out there and you put in that work.
I just picked up the ball. And like I said, like you said before, just something was natural. It just felt good. So that's what I ended up doing.
So basically, you gonna tell me to my face on my show that I was some trash.
I ain't say that. I ain't say nothing about Foote. I ain't say nothing about Foote. I just said for me.
But let me tell you what I love about doing this podcast, and in real life, talking to the legends of DC, Maryland, and Virginia, and I gotta put you in there.
I appreciate that.
And the reason why I say that is because when I go out and I do this research and I start looking up your stats, and please tell me when I get something wrong. 4 years starter, varsity at Potomac, senior year, fourth leading scorer in all of PG County. Have I missed something yet?
No, so look, real quick, I have to out there to my man Monty Williams because I love him.
Oh.
But I broke his record at Potomac.
Okay.
And he was humble about it, but he's like, I gotta meet this chick. Because we were different ages.
I want you to continue on that point.
Okay.
But as a basketball novice, a guy who didn't play in basketball, that's a dope point. I appreciate that. So we're comparing the guys and the girls together.
Yeah.
Are you effing kidding me?
Nope. Absolutely not.
All of Maryland means not just the girls, but the girls and the guys?
Especially Potomac High School. Monty Williams held that down for years.
God almighty.
For years, man.
Nice.
Yep. So I was able to, he passed the torch to me, I held it down, and I don't know what's happened since then, or if anybody surpassed us, but.
Fourth team All-Met.
Yeah. I feel like I got slighted, but that's a whole nother story.
Ooh. You.
No, I don't say that because my team, we weren't a good team. We lost a lot. We just didn't have the players on the team. We had a point guard, LaRuby Marshall, who would drop the dimes and give me what I needed, give me the ball in the places that I was going to be successful. But outside of that, we just had a couple of females just trying to just play basketball, and they were learning as they went.
Is that, I like that you said that, but is that something, because that's not happening nowadays.
No, it's a little different.
It's a lot different nowadays.
Yeah, absolutely.
So back then, you're talking about 96?
Yep.
You're talking about 96, it was your senior year. Maybe a few of the girls could really play. Other ones maybe not. But nowadays we're looking at basketball teams. Teams.
Absolutely.
Oh.
So in the DMV at the time, from high school 92 to 96, you had trinkets and pockets of athletes all over the DMV area. You had your Takia Washington, you had your Stacey Robertson. I think they went to Woodson, and you had your what's her name? Tiffany Moss's.
Okay.
I don't know if you know, but even I had a white girl, Katie Smirkaduffy.
There we go.
Listen.
Smirkaduffy.
Listen, she's old girl's mother played for UConn. What's the girl's last name? Who? Foote. That's Foote's mom.
Okay.
She can boogie. She played for UConn.
Yeah.
And her mother was not a slouch by far. So we had pockets of talent spread all over the DMV around that time, but we didn't have teams.
Yeah.
We weren't all on one team. We were all competing against each other. So it's a little different than what it is now.
That's interesting. So do you feel like you missed out on maybe achieving more? Because...
Not really. When I graduated from high school, my goal was to go to a winning team because I got tired of losing. So out of all the schools that kind of recruited me or whatever, Howard was like, it was supposed to be a double deal, me and my point guard.
Okay.
But unfortunately, she had some SAT things that just didn't go her way, so I went there because they were winning.
Right.
So I thought, I had to shoot all the time in high school. I just wanted to go somewhere that I could just play my little role and walk off into the sunset. So I thought.
I love that. I love that, how humble she come in there where I just had to play my little role.
Listen.
You come in there and you are first team All-MEAC, if I'm not mistaken.
But when your coaches tell you, I ain't bring you here to play a role, you got to do something different.
Put the ball into the
so
net.
I'm thinking I'm out here passing the ball, and they was like, I ain't bring you here for that. What you here for, what you could do, and how you could score. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Let's go get it done.
Yeah, got to continue.
But you had I don't want to say marred, but you dealt with a lot of injuries your college career.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you dedicated yourself. Well, no, forget that. Real quick, your junior year. This is what baffles me. You missed 10 games.
Yeah.
And you wound up leading Howard and scoring.
Listen, I was gonna mention, man. I learned so much my freshman year from those before me, all the seniors. We had a couple of people transfer from other D1 schools, and they showed me. Look, I never knew about a jab step. Freshman, I'm going up to check the senior, and she jabs at me. I ran all the way over there, so I learned a lot from those before me, and told me and put me on to how to be better. And I just took that and put that into what I had and just try to be successful. I'm a competitor. Put it that way. I don't like losing. You can ask my husband. I don't like losing.
You talking about the guy who I could guard, who never could get a bucket?
Yeah, you
He
shut
could
him down.
never get no bucket on me.
Absolutely, yeah.
I even forgot his name.
Yeah, sometimes I do too. Just joking. I ain't even gonna hold you. My husband, and one of the reasons I liked him, so for me as a female athlete, if you can't beat me in basketball, I'm unattracted to you.
Really?
Man, I don't know what it is. It's something about, for me, that if you can bump and you can boogie, you can beat me. Yeah, that's a turn on a little bit.
I remember I dated a girl who played who hooped, and I promise you, I would kind of scale back. I'm not about to say that I was all world back in basketball, but I would scale back, even though she was really good, and I would let her win. But if I had done that, really?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's just a female athlete basketball thing. But yeah, if I could beat you, like for real, yeah, for me, I can't speak for everybody else.
I don't let my grandson win.
You say what?
I don't let my grandson.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You know, I can tell you a story about my husband, but I'm pretty sure he don't want to be on Front Street right now.
Ooh. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll move on to your senior year.
Okay.
When you only miss one game, so now you dedicate yourself to
staying healthy, getting in shape. Basketball, high school basketball, and college is a different beast. I mean, your body, it's no off season. All this once the season's over, it's preseason and postseason.
Right.
I wasn't used to that. I'm used to just relaxing, and it was just a lot of extra miles on my body that I wasn't used to. And then I went off my athletic ability. Wow. I never knew how to train properly, go in the gym, lift weights, none of this stuff, because it was all sheer athletic ability. But I learned after getting hurt, I was like, look, this ain't where I want to be. This is uncomfortable.
Especially not in that last year.
No, absolutely.
Where you only miss one game and then you again lead Howard in scoring. And not only did you do that, but you did something to me that's amazing. You took a MEAC's team, the Lady Bisons, to what? The NCAAs?
3 out of 4 years.
Come on, don't do that. Don't play.
Listen.
No, I read 2 years.
So my senior year, unfortunately, we didn't make it to the NCAA.
Oh, okay,
we lost in the
okay.
tournament.
Okay.
I can't remember who we lost to, but we lost in the tournament. But my freshman, sophomore, junior year, we went NCAA every year. Anything underneath that was unacceptable.
That means y'all wanted me out every year.
Yeah.
I can't believe
Every
that.
year. Our first year we played first year we entered the tournament, we played Stanford, and then the next 2 years we played UConn. I mean not UConn, I'm sorry, UNC.
Okay.
And I had to check Marion Jones.
Who?
The Olympic medalist for swimming.
Yeah,
her.
Yeah.
Well, they told me I had to check her. Let's put it that way.
And how'd you fare?
You said what happened?
You fed?
So I don't know if y'all remember Tracy Reed. She would go up, get the rebound, and literally just throw the jump. And this gold medalist would just take off. And I don't care what you do. I was at the 3-point line on their court, and she would throw the ball, and she would run that jump down. Look at me. I ain't never run nobody track.
Right.
So yeah, I mean they beat us. She had an easy 30. I ain't gonna hold you. All layups though. She was just that fast. She would throw the ball in front of her and go get it.
Cherry picking. Marion Jones, you wild for cherry picking. Come on, man. You gotta get it together out here. You know? But all those stats that I just read out, it places you at the highest level of basketball, putting that ball, doing what basketball was created to do, was putting the ball through the hole.
Absolutely.
It's been a couple women whose ass you done bust. We already know you done said you done no homo, bust your husband's ass. But who is them women who you got at? Who you gave 30? Who you gave 40?
You know what? To be honest, names, I don't know, I just remember games.
Okay.
Like nothing personal,
No,
you know what I'm saying? But I think one game in high school, I don't know if I was 41 or 47. So at one point, you don't even look who guard you. You looking at where your next bucket coming from. Because once you get in that type of zone, it don't matter who in front of you.
That's that scoring mentality.
I mean, really, and like I told you, I'm competitive. I hate losing.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I can give you who was really rough to play against.
Ooh.
I think I was a freshman, Jamil Elliott. I'm not sure what high school she went to. Was she from the DMV? She ended up playing at UConn. Monster. Post game mean.
And I hate that. You know, you can say certain guys' names, and I'm on it. And I hate that I can't. You know, gravitate to the women who have done it on a high level in the area. But I love the fact that you're able to come on here and say these names because, you know, people need their shine.
Listen, and they do. They need to be recognized. Just like, you know, I appreciate you having me here, but there's so many that led the path before me.
We listening.
That need to be here.
We all is.
I already said Jamil Elliott. For the most part, the other names I mentioned earlier, we're all in the same age bracket.
Okay.
But I mean, that's not taken away from their worth and what they brought into the game, the women's basketball in the DMV area. So
after Howard, what was it? What?
So funny because I grew up with no WNBA. So for me, my whole life, if I went to school and got a scholarship, I made it. You know, was no WNBA. So my senior year, I think that was the first year of the WNBA. So I still had no intentions or thoughts or process of even trying to participate. And I kicked myself in the butt to this day because I got an offer to trial for the Orlando Miracle.
Yeah.
I ain't go. I did not go, man.
And they're not even called the Miracle anymore.
No, that was years ago.
Okay.
But so it was like go to the Orlando Miracle trials, which was a new thing. I knew nothing about the WNBA per se. Then I went to the Black College All-Star Basketball game. So I went there. In hindsight, being 2020, I probably should have went and shot my shot, but it just wasn't a big thing at that point. It was its infancy. It was so new. It was the first year.
And because women's basketball, and I know that you checked out this Final Four. You can't even narrow it down to like the championship game, but the Final Four was amazing. With the women's game, if I'm not mistaken, the Lady Bison, I mean, prior to your regime, hadn't been to the NCAAs
in a while. I think. Yeah.
But this year, they made that. Now, they made the NCAAs. Now,
the women or the men?
The women. No. Am I mistaken?
Nah, yeah. I thought Norfolk represented the MEAC this year. It was Norfolk. The men made it. They hadn't made it since '87.
And that's why. Okay, that's why I made the mistake. Okay. But how about the camaraderie? Like, can you go back to Howard now and you guys have a great rapport? Or
I haven't been back. It's different coaching regime. It's 20 years later. Not that they don't respect or would recognize it, but I don't know. It's just not a big thing. If I probably would have went back 5 years, maybe 10 afterwards. You still have some of the same people. Administration still work there, so it just depends. The time, you know how times just change and things just move on to a whole different category per se. But
so, hubby, you want to chime in, hubby? You want to say something?
I mean, they did their thing. I used to go up to Howard and watch the women, you know, because they were winning. You know, the men weren't winning, but the women.
He was stalking you already.
Oh, he was wild.
Yeah, he was putting his teeth in. He was putting his beard in early.
Back then, I was doing my thing too, so I wasn't thinking about her. But she definitely could shoot back then. Her and they had another girl, Ariana Hunter. So I remember the two light-skinned girls from Howard. And both of them light-skinned, both of them.
Yeah, look at them.
So, but yeah, they were something to watch back then.
You was locked into one though.
At the time, I was just, you know, it was just, hey, yeah, Charlotte can play, you know, but it wasn't until years later, for Run to Shoot, that's where we met. And from there, you know, we've been together ever since, but.
How about that? How about that experience, that run and shoot? Because I don't care what you say, run and shoot was a big thing here in the DMV.
Absolutely. It was like a second job. When I got off from work, you already know, automatically I'm going over there. And so, you know, everybody know the run and shoot. You got the two big courts. You got the far away court, that's the warm-up jump, right? That's where you get ready to play in the big time court.
Right.
So I would go, get my game in, warm up, and then just like clockwork, it was funny because guys were like, y'all picking her up? Y'all picking up a girl?
Yeah.
For those who don't know, you know what I'm saying, run and shoot was so big, guys would just come in and first automatic like, a girl? And I just laughed because my whole life I'm just used to that. And then when we all lace them up, it was a whole different outcome when the game was over.
Completely different. That's dope. I love that you had that self-confidence and that, I mean, that you were able to get on that basketball court and bump with those guys and not even think twice about it.
But that just made it easy when I played against females. Because you guys are stronger, more physical, faster. I mean, at the end of the day, more athletic per se. Jump higher. So if I can do my thing with y'all,
you
it's
right at them people, huh?
Easy.
Problem in these streets. You always been a problem in these streets. I love that. So what I would like to do right now is I like to do this DC rapid fire.
Okay.
Okay, DC rapid fire. Your favorite Mystic.
Oh, jeez.
It's been some, and people,
It's
y'all
been
can.
a minute. I'm old. I hadn't even watched basketball. Like my favorite Mystic. Oh man, I guess what's her name from Belladon? What's her name?
Oh, Deladon.
Deladon.
Yeah.
She consistent. She was consistent.
Y'all be bypassing Nikki McCrae, my girlfriend.
I forgot about that's what I'm saying. I'm old, man.
Shanika Holmes Claw. Y'all be missing my booze.
Yeah, I mean they was my before my era. Yeah, you're right. They legit. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Sure.
But you said top of my head and the way my mind is, I'm old. So.
Deladon. Well, she's the one who has the latest championship, so that's a good pick anyway.
Absolutely.
Your favorite wizard? Don't do that to my wizards. Oh my God. Don't do that to my wizards.
My favorite wizard, he's probably my favorite for reasons unbeknownst to basketball, is what's his name? Played in Michigan. He played for the Wizards for a little bit. What's his name?
See what?
Yeah, we watch First Babies. That's the only reason. See Webb.
He
Yeah,
was a bullet. He wasn't even no wizard.
yeah, but you know.
Wow.
Same birthday, so yeah, if I had to pick, it'd be him.
The most influential person on your basketball career. Because to be honest, I mean, listening to everything that you said, everything was focused on you. You went out and got that work in, which is a beautiful thing. But it had to be one coach, it had to be one trainer, it had to be somebody that was influential on your basketball career.
Well, the coach and trainer probably not, but as a player, it would be Kobe. We were the same age. He was 18, straight into the NBA.
I like that.
His work ethic was impeccable, and if you came to my house during that time, that's all you saw on my wall was Kobe.
Bean.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's dope. And it's cool that you were able to take that inspiration from that man.
His work ethic, man, nobody can beat that.
And then
First in the gym, last out.
Exactly. And it's so tragic that, it's passing because he was trying to grow the girls' game.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Your favorite go-go band?
So you gonna kill me for this? I don't even.
Oh no, you're not about to do this.
I don't even listen to go-go.
Oh!
My husband looked at me like, what? I said, man, if it ain't on the radio for us, I can't even tell him apart. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you gonna take my DMV card from me today, but.
God, oh my.
Yeah.
Young fella, your favorite go-go band?
No. I don't.
Okay, it's cool. No problem. Can you ask your mom one question? Take your time. We got plenty of time, my friend.
What was like you remember like a specific game? Like what was your favorite? Like
Game? I think it was one, I have, I guess, two scenarios. So it was one game when I was in high school. I think I was, like I said, 41 or 47. Scored that. But it was one game I played against Hampton. And I just was in a zone. Like the first 12 minutes, I couldn't miss.
Yeah.
And because I had shot all the shots in high school, after I stopped, I hit all them shots, I stopped because I felt like I was just doing too much, right? Because I'm just like, I'm not the only one making these shots, making attempts. Like, literally, when you gave me the ball at that point, I just was shooting. I wasn't looking to pass, none of that.
Cold.
So then I got open. Yeah, so when they called the timeout and I stopped, and I was like, all right, y'all get open. The college coach was like, some of you hot. What you passing the ball for? I'm like, I feel like I'm just doing too. Nah, she was like, you gotta stay in that zone where you at, because we don't know how long it's gonna last. So yeah, so just certain little things that you do, kind of remember and remind you what you did back in the day to kind of, put yourself out there to let people know who you really are.
All these bums behind the motherfucking camera, they don't know nothing about going in that zone. Just me and you.
Hey,
Me and you know
that's
about that zone.
They don't know.
I had a strong 15 out there. I was in the zone. Them people, you couldn't tell me nothing. And I wasn't coming off that ball.
Listen, you're not supposed to, right? You're
Right.
not supposed to. All shots feel good.
All day long.
The basket look big, don't it?
Mm-hmm.
DMV point guard?
No, that's what oh no. We are not bypassing that. Because that's an awesome question to ask you.
What's that?
Like, the DMV point guard, the DC point guard, the point guard that you just think is the best thing since sliced bread.
Male or female?
Yeah, it's your point guard.
My personal, not gonna say experience, just watching him play. What's his name? Chase.
Watching who play?
Watching him play
Oh, okay.
in the DMV area. What's his name? Chase.
Oh, yeah.
I just like how Chase put that game together. He just real confident. He don't do too much. He know when to pass. He know when to shoot.
Okay.
I don't know.
The
Just
greatest?
to me, as a
I
point
get
guard.
it. I get it.
As a point guard, just watching him play myself. I ain't talking about NBA players, of course. I'm just talking about in this area. I like Chase's game.
Nice.
And he's just humble. And he just do it like day in, day out. And it's almost like automatic when you need him to step up and make it happen.
He gonna do it.
He gonna do it. But it's so many to compare. But just how he just overall encompasses that, to me, that's just me.
That's cool.
I mean, you got all your Ty Lawson, you got everybody else. It's a lot. It's just hard. But for me, I don't guess I just like, I think I like how he's so humble and just even keel the whole time.
Go out there and
Get it done.
Just play. You sure it's not Birds that's over there? B? You sure it's not him? Bum. It's trash.
Nah, I ain't gonna do that man like that. He look familiar though. Like I said, them years of running
You
shoes.
think you saw that face before?
Man, all the time.
Where?
Running shoes.
Oh,
That's a home from home back in the day, man.
Like you said, after work, till about 10 o'clock.
Until they put you out, you just dead tired. Cause guess what? You gotta do it again the next day.
9 times out of 10.
That's how much we loved it. It was just something to do. Kept all of us off the streets,
Indeed.
making crazy bad decisions. So that was the best thing out here that time.
You know, I knew I was doing the right thing when I hit Mo's phone, asking him about this legend. So I appreciate you. Thank you for coming on Foote
Thank you
Tuesday.
for having me. Absolutely. You already know us. You already know. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Mom, because her husband ain't gonna give her. Ain't nobody gonna clap for her, so we may as well clap for her.